Okay, in this video we're demonstrating how to use Desmos to make a regression, particularly for a quadratic in this case. I'm using the app on Chrome at this point, but I have done this on my phone. I was going to demonstrate it on the app on my phone, but couldn't eliminate the glare under the document camera, so we're going to do it this way. And the first thing that we need to do is get the data in the upper right-hand corner of the screen up here. You see the data that I'm going to use. So under the plus sign with the little down arrow, I'm going to pull down and make a table. And so if I just hit 1 and enter and 3 and enter down here, then it starts to guess what my next numbers are. So I'm going to go all the way down to 9 there because those are the values I want in there. And then I'm going to have to type in my other values here. Just like this, and negative 21.5. If I was on my phone, it would pull up the palette at the bottom that I could type those things into. As I type them, they show up on the screen over here. It's going to be a little bit smaller on a phone screen if you were doing there. It doesn't show everything here at this point, but that's okay. I'm kind of missing some values that are down here in some areas. But now what I want to do is get the regression for this. So I'm going to hit the pull down menu again and say that I want to enter an expression. My y values here start at y1, so I'm going to choose y on the bottom of the screen here, and if I hit the 1, it actually automatically subscripts it, tells me what it is that it's talking about. And when I'm doing a regression, I need a tilde here rather than an equal sign. So I'm going to hit the ABC options down here for the alphabet, and right down here on the bottom it has the tilde. So that's what Desmos uses to say that I want to make a regression. And since this is quadratic, my general form of a quadratic is a times x squared. I'm going to come back and grab this x, and the x that I want to refer to is the list x1 that we have in here. So it's going to be ax1, and then I can choose the squared. And you can see a parabola starting to show up. That's the best fitting parabola for all that I put in there so far. I'm going to put a plus b, I'll use some other constant in there, plus bx1. And then I have to have a constant at the end, so I'll put a plus c there at the end, and that's my standard form of a quadratic. And I can see at this point that it fits everything, all of my data points exactly, and I can read numbers off of here. So I can see when I'm looking down in here, it says the a is negative 0.5, the b is 2, and the c is 1. And so the equation here, if I was going to write it, which I'll write up in the upper right-hand corner here, so I'm going to push that data out of the way, and drawing from those values, it would be y equals negative 0.5 x squared plus 2 times x plus 1, and that is the regression equation for this. It tells you some information. This r squared equals 1 tells that this happens to be a perfect match. Some other little fun things that you can do, if we actually click and choose drag on this, that will allow us to grab values and actually change where they are and see how that affects the best fit equation or the regression at that point. All right, so that is how you use Desmos. It will work on a computer. It will work on your phone, either through your browser or if you download the app. And that's what we're going to need to be able to do this down the road.